think it's time for a proper E30 makeover. So as you already know, E30 always has some issues with it, especially electrical issues. Last few events I had issues with the petrol. So we kept putting it away, putting it for a later date, but finally I think it's time to fix everything in this car.
So we got some parts, we're gonna unbox them now, and we're gonna show you guys what we have and what we still need to order. Okay, so we have some parts here. The main issues we're running with the E30 is, firstly, cooling. The car is still overheating, so we have a bigger fan and we're gonna mount it differently than before. Fuel issues. When drifting, the fuel is sloshing inside the tank and the car is not getting enough fuel, so we have a new tank and a whole new fuel system. We have some metal arches to weld into the car to make it wider so we can fit wider wheels, and also to make the body of the car a bit better because it's been through a lot. And also a week ago I was driving the car and I hit something on the road with the oil sump and it cracked and we lost all the oil. The oil sump is fixed now, but I bought some shield to install under the oil sump so we don't have any issues like this again. So we're gonna change all this, we're gonna fix a bit of electrics, we're gonna weld these on and repaint the car with a new color, put some fresh wheels and have the car ready for the event, which is in 1 month.
Step 1 is raising the car and removing the whole fueling system.
Okay, so we are under the car and what we need to do is firstly remove the exhaust, remove the heat shield here, and this is the old fuel tank. It has 2 cells, one is here and the other one is there on the other side. So we need to basically remove it.
And unfortunately we need to get rid of the drive shaft as well to get rid of that.
Okay, looking at that petrol color, no surprise that this car had some petrol issues. Ugh.
So we've run into a bit of an issue where we cannot open the boot because the button here is stuck and my usual key to open a boot doesn't work, as you can see.
Also, we try to get there from inside, but there is a strut brace, so we cannot get to the trunk from inside.
So I think I just came up with a very good solution how to get in very easily. Then you wonder why lights don't work.
I think I know now. Okay, so at the moment this is the state of things. We took apart the whole rear end because we need to sort out the boot. At the moment, as you can see, we cut out the boot because it was rusty anyway and we had to make space here for a new fuel cell. And I'm gonna also cut all this out. As you can see, there's not much of it left anyway from both sides. So I'm gonna cut out these, cut out that, and then make a new flat floor for the back. So at the moment, yeah, we're gonna cut out all this from inside of the trunk, and then we're gonna try to have a look into this. all this, new arches, and a lot more as well. For now, let's remove the battery, clean around,
cut more.
and cut more. We like cutting cars, no?
Yes.
Oh yes. I think we can find some more stuff there. Ugh. Anything else there?
Zip tie.
Nice.
Used. Bottle cap.
What's that though?
That is antenna for the radio.
Oh, for the radio. Okay, let's get to work. Okay, might not feel like it for you guys, but for us it was whole day of work here, and we're gonna go home. See you tomorrow.
Dzień dobry, jak tam idzie?
Also, we didn't say who's gonna drive this car. This guy.
Who?
Yeah.
We should keep it a secret.
Yeah?
Okay, we're keeping it a secret. I'm not drift.
See you tomorrow. Okay, good morning. Today we start off with welding the plates in the trunk of E30. I've prepared a bit of carton box here. I'm gonna draw the shape of that circle, and then I'm gonna draw exactly the same shape on a piece of steel, cut it, weld it, and it should work. So I have the shape here, and I made it the way that it is over this lip here, because the whole circle here has a bit of lip here all around. So I'm gonna make a steel plate a bit bigger than just a hole, so it can be here, and then we can spot weld it here all around. So now let's cut out this shape from steel. So I drilled these holes, and now we're gonna just spot weld through those holes.
As you can see, most of the car is actually ready. I mean, it's far away from ready for being painted, but we decided to sand it a bit earlier than we thought, just because when you're doing this sort of loads of little jobs and you have to wait for parts and all that, repairing parts, doing the body filler and all that work, the job feels a bit like, I don't know, it's moving forward, you know, you can see the visual changes. and it's very nice. I'm pretty much done with all the sanding, and that will be it for today. As you can see, roof is even done, almost. Just need to get rid of some tape here. But yeah, it's looking pretty good. I'm gonna go home, relax, chill a bit, and tomorrow morning, back to garage.
So Adash cleaned the car properly, and there is a couple of spots that we didn't see because the car was dirty all the time. Like this one, for example.
So sorry, Mr. Sorry, can you like move a little bit? I'm like keeping my stuff here, you know. Nice.
Actually, so this is the piece of the seal of this car, and the state of these seals. How to put it in words? This car is gonna stay a drift car, right? So it's gonna be maybe not as before, like a proper winter beater, which we don't care about. We wanted to make a nice street drift car out of it. And now we need to think how much of bodywork we want to put into it, because obviously you don't want to spend too much work on it if we know that it's gonna be properly drifted. So probably gonna have to grind it and see what's under the whole seals and weld it if we can. Maybe we should just keep this car as it was before and don't care about all this. Also, there is a bit of cable management here.
Is good or not?
Okay, cable's good. Carpet is good as well. Yeah.
It's freshly washed after 3 days.
And the initial plan was just a quick fix and quick makeover of this car.
Thank you.
So we installed temporarily Bozo's old Miata wheels, so we have some wider wheels, so we can now try to fabricate the arches for the wider wheels. And also in the trunk, everything is welded and secured with this rust protector. Also, we are trying to figure out this shape to be back like stock, and the other arch of course as well. Okay, morning, we have a next day and we're still working on E30, and there's also something new here, but I'm gonna show you this one another time, or maybe in this video, but later. Firstly, we are ready to weld a new arches for the back. We're gonna start with the back and then gonna proceed to the front another day. Adash cut out the old arch because it was rusty and we didn't like the shape of it. We bought those ready arches, but we didn't really like the shape of it, so on the other side, Adash already did a new arch. It's looking like this. And this is made from steel sheet. And I really like the look of it, so we're gonna try to recreate now this shape onto another side. Just like that, we have new arch. And what we need to do now today, still before going home, is to paint it with epoxy primer. All the metal that is uncovered, so this, the inner parts on the trunk, and this one as well. And also, I think tomorrow we're gonna have to fabricate something here. So the arch is gonna meet the seal here, and then we need to think about the rest of the seals. It feels very nostalgic because the first thing that we did when we moved into this garage was the same, just painting E30. Here we are 2 years later, I think, and we're doing the same shit again. Okay, so Adaś is fighting with E30 bodywork, and today it's not raining, so we can talk a bit about this. Mister.
Hey.
So Bozo, how many RX-7 do you have?
All generations.
All generations?
Yes.
So you have FB,
Yes.
now FC, and FD.
Yes.
Why? What is wrong with you?
I don't know. Like I need to show you something. Wait. I need to show you something.
I mean, this one looking clean, to be honest.
There is no rust and. And there is gearbox too. Can you imagine?
There's everything, huh?
Yeah.
So we have 13B engine inside, which... Okay, so long story short, we were going to cinema with Bozo, and I got a message on Instagram by one guy from Germany, and he said he have this car and if we want to buy it. I just bought the R32, so I don't really want to buy another car that's gonna stand. But my guy Bozo here, he's your RX-7 enthusiast.
Muchos gracias, afición. Esto es para abortos. Sí.
He decided that he has an FB, he has an FD, and he's only missing one RX-7 generation. So he decided to buy this car from this
From the
gentleman from Germany.
Liam.
Liam?
Greetings, yeah, my guy.
So apparently this was in the shed for 30 years and the engine wasn't starting in 30 years. It has 96,000 kilometers.
94.
94, sorry.
Yeah.
And actually looks like it because inside we have full interior and also
Even the buttons are not
Yeah,
scratched. They are not. The interior is not ripped.
if you look at the buttons and everything, it looks like it actually might be 90 something kilometers, which is good. And also it doesn't have rust,
Which is weird for Mazda.
which is pretty weird for Mazda. So RX-7 from the bush, the FB RX-7 from the bush is out on the engine swap, and we have another RX-7 from the bush in pretty similar color, to be honest. So Bozo, what's the plan for this?
The plan for this, at the beginning, it's supposed to be a drift car. I really wanted FC as a drift car, but the issue with this one is that the chassis is so good. I don't think I'm gonna drift it. I think maybe I'm gonna drift FB actually, because the chassis of FB is like kind of sketchy, rusty.
Very sketchy.
Yeah, very sketchy. And this one is in very good condition. I think I'm gonna do it like the same style as some did S13.
So like a street car.
Yeah, like
Clean.
like a street daily clean car.
Gonna leave the 13V?
Yeah, I hope so. If
Yeah?
it's gonna work, I'm gonna use it till it die, basically.
Well, it's dead already. I mean,
No.
It's not?
I fix and then I use it till it
yeah, we need to check the compression and see if the engine's any good. But yeah, man, I feel nostalgic because I feel like we filmed something like this not a long time ago. Like in the same spot, an RX-7 doesn't work.
But now I have all my Pokemons.
Yeah, none of your Pokemons are working, but maybe one day.
Listen.
Maybe one day.
One day.
with the engine.
Yeah.
That's the first one with the
That's
engine,
a
that's
good
true.
step, actually.
And on this note, we are finishing this video. Wait for part 2 from E30. Next part, we're gonna probably already be installing all the new parts and painting it. And for now, this is it. Tomorrow we are going to Yapfest, which is pretty cool event. We went there last year and we're going again tomorrow. Maybe you guys can bully Bozo in the comments for buying a third RX-7 instead of finishing the first two.
Bring it on.
My guy's ready. Sheesh.